broadcaster to show that, but they discovered a lot of interest. And from that little special came the Elephant Show, which they produced, and we did for 5 years, from 1984 to 1988. And we would tour for part of the year, and then sort of early spring we'd start pre-production and discussing shows. We did 13 shows each summer, and we would discuss the shows and work on scripts and all that stuff through the spring. And then July and August we would shoot, and we made 13 Elephant shows, so that was 84 to 88. And it ran on CBC for years. TVO.
And on Nickelodeon.
And in 1988, it was on Nickelodeon in the United States, and in 5 minutes our career changed. We would do little shows in the States prior to that, and within 3 months we were doing...
Do you remember that, unless you remember it differently, my memory says that the very first show that we did in the United States, after having toured fairly extensively across Canada, so this was just post-1988, was Lincoln Center.
Oh, we did Lincoln Center at Lois. Yeah. We changed, we should put our clothes on in the public washrooms.
If you know Lincoln Center in New York, there's a central courtyard, and they regularly did children's and family shows outdoors there, and that was our first. So kind of nice thing.
I actually we did some other smaller shows before that. For example, I remember doing one in LA, and people left it intermission, or they left partway through the show. The sun was shining, and they figured they had purpose. I have this memory. But after the show went on Nickelodeon, very shortly after, we played state fairs for 10 or 15
grandstand shows.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. You want to do it?
So, this is...
Will you sing? Will you ever sing?
Yes.
If it doesn't work, yes, you will. We find wonderful songs, wonderful repertoire. We look for it everywhere.
We adapt it to our own particular style. But when it comes to folk music, we try to stay pretty true to the tradition. We don't mess around with folk songs too much, even though there is a tradition in folk music to change things. It happens a lot, but we try to remain true to the spirit of folk songs that come our way. And when I say folk songs, basically what I mean is songs that have been around for generations and nobody knows who wrote them, which is very, very handy.
We spent years semi-traumatized because I'm sure I assume that you know Skin and Rain, which is a wonderful song. And Lois, when we were raising money to make the first record, we all went to our families, and Lois's family is in the States, in Chicago, so she went to her family there to get some money from them. But also, she said to her young cousin Lisa, do you know any good songs? And Lisa taught her Skin and Rain. And she came back and said, there's this kind of cool song, I think we should try it. So we recorded it. And she sang the melody, and I sang some harmony, and Bram wasn't even on it.
Yes, I was. I invented the high-string guitar part that mimicked the ukulele, but I didn't sing on it.
No, we had a section in the middle of the song that was an instrumental break, and we had a woman who tap danced. We
put a plywood down, a microphone by the plywood floor, and she was a woman whose name was, honest, Shirley Temple. It wasn't the Shirley Temple from the movies.
So when we did our first concerts at Young People's Theater, the ones where he hand wrote the poster for $2 or $3.
Yes.
We thought, well, what would be a good song to finish the show with? Oh, Skin and Rain got such a nice message, it's about love, and it has these nice actions, I love you. Well, let's do that. Well, we never looked back. I mean, we never have for the last 30 years, we've been 31 years, we've never finished anything that we do without singing Skinner Right. Television, live performance, radio, workshops, everything that we ever do. It has become our signature. Again, unplanned, unintended. The elephant, unplanned, unintended. We had named our record. We had to find names for the record company.
The name of the group.
And us, exactly. So
We got, like the Valdiers.
Lois' husband said, you should call yourself All Bram and the Crispies.